Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Duels with our Emeria Reanimator deck for another round. Right, I'll see you in the games, guys. Alright, we're in, and we're on the draw. We've got a decent mana base. We've got a double black for our Ever After, piece of the puzzle to dump creatures, and an Emeria Shepherd to reanimate off the Ever After if we can get it in the yard. Yeah, I think this is good enough. It's a nice collection of lands. Our opponent is going with an Evolving Wild, so they are a multicolored deck at the very least. Hello, Anguish I'm making. I think I'll go with Canopy Vista, as it is the only tapped land in our hand right now. Sax is Evolving Wilds. And goes with an island. Ooh. Okay. If red comes down, it might be mill. Blue-black. Alright. Some sort of control deck then, I guess. Throws down Baby Jace. Fun times with Baby Jace. And we get Sunken Hollow. Yet again, another tap land. Well, we've got no 2-2 players, so we might as well get that one down there. Hopefully he doesn't hold up counters, because I'd like to piece the puzzle without getting countered. That would be lovely. So he loots with Jace. Draws and discards a swamp into a Smouldering Marsh. Okay. No double blue. But that is removal spell territory. We've involved Hydra, eh? Well, I'm going to go Drown Catacomb. I'm just going to piece the puzzle. If he does counter it, he counters it. Not too sad about that. Just want to get... Oh. Okay, well, we get Necromantic Summons, which will bring back Gaia's Revenge, which will bring back Prize Amalgam in the process, which is alright. As long as we can resolve it on turn 5. We don't have Spell Mastery online, though, unfortunately, so there won't be any counters coming on. But that's good. If he does counter our Necromantic Summons, we have an Ever After to follow it up with, so we'll see. Dragon Skull Summit into a Glimmer of Genius. So scry 2, draw 2, gain 2 energy. I get the feeling energy is not going to be useful in this matchup for him. Unless he's playing Ether Hubs, that's about it. But he's got his mana base at this point, so even then I don't think he's going to be using them. And probably passes the turn to loot on our end step. Okay. It's another Plains. We'll hold the Plains in hand because if we do get a Emeria Shepherd, the Plains are quite useful. So we'll hold on to them as much as possible. Do I take the time right now to get rid of Babe Jace? Yeah, I suppose I do. Gets rid of any chance of him flipping it. He gets one final loot though, which will take it to 4. We do lose 3 life here, but he loses a Jace and he's never getting it back, so we're all good. Next turn, we've got Necromantic Summons into Gaia's Revenge and Hasting for... We now have Spell Mastery online as well, so we're going to be getting in for 10 next turn if he doesn't put a blocker down or counter it. And there's his double blue. Dynavolt Tower. Alright. He's in trouble now. So this is like Dynavolt control then. Is my assumption. Ooh, sorry, nice. Play Plains. Play Necromantic Summons. Get back Gaia's Revenge. Gonna swing in for 10. Can't be targeted by anything that's non-green, so this is staying here for the foreseeable future. Unless he has blockers, which is very unlikely. So he needs a blocker or he's dead next turn. End step, we get our Prized Amalgam back. What you got? Probably taking 3 minimum here. Our opponent is on our turn, that is. Because he doesn't have the wipe for the Planar Outburst or any other board wipe situations. Languish won't get a Gaia's Revenge off the board. Targeted removal doesn't touch it. So yeah, he just needs jump blockers. Unlicensed Disintegration will not hit the Guy's Revenge. So Prize Amalgam is down. But if you don't have an answer for this Revenge, we just win. Yeah. Sweet. Turn 6 victory. And there's a Oath of Jace to dump everything into our graveyard. Emeria Shepherd, Uvenwald Hydra come back. We play a Plains. We get back Sorin if we dump that as well. So, yeah. We were in a pretty tricky situation for our opponent there. And that's Reanimator for you. It could have easily been an Ulamog. Anyway, guys, on to the next game. Okay. If we had more lands, this hand would be pretty sweet, but it doesn't, so we're throwing it back. And a land makes this one interesting. So I think we're keeping it. Oath of Jace on turn 3 is what I'm thinking, to drop the Gaia's Revenge, so that maybe we can have a repeat performance and kill our opponent in 2 turns. That's why I really love Gaia's Revenge. Ah! Thank you. Fair stream. And pass over. Our opponent is on red. Okay. Blue-red. Prowess, mill, either. Probably not, judging by the lack of plays there. No land for us there. We might get mana screwed here. I wouldn't mind a black source, but any land, as long as it comes into play untapped, is preferable. Thopter Engineer. Ah, it is Thopter's. Okay. So, creates a Thopter with haste, and gives artifacts haste, and swings in form. Cool. Sure. Land. 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 Yes. Beautiful. Oath of Jace. Draw 3, discard 2. Well, we've got Eiley, which... Oh, well. Never mind. I was going to say, we could discard Eiley, but we could also potentially cast her in the future. But we've got some nice creatures to dump, so it's fine with me. We just need to find Reanimate and some black sources as well, because we do need black mana by turn 5. Which we currently don't have. We've got a lot of planes. Fleet Wheel Cruiser. Oh dear, I'm taking 7 here. This matchup might be as quick as the last matchup, but just not in our favour. We'll have to see. What's the crew on this again? It's 2. So he'd have to tap down both of them, but he'd be generating a fair bit of damage for doing that anyway. Ulamog. Alright. Well, we're going to go Oath of Jace. Look for a black source, being able to discard Ulamog here. Doesn't matter which one we keep. Black mana. Oh, more white mana. Oh my god. Ulamog, and we don't have red mana either, so we might as well dump Nahiri. Might be able to get her back in the future with an Emeria Shepherd, but this is not going well. We need a land next turn. A black land next turn does mean Ulamog. And Ulamog is very, very difficult to deal with in these colours. So, Artificer's Epiphany to draw 2 cards. He can crew up his Fleet Wheel Cruiser with his 2 creatures here. And hit us for 5. Yep. So we've got 2 to 3 turns to find an answer to all of this. Why does everything in our hand have to use black mana? Everything. Okay. Black mana. Black mana. Black mana. Oh, another card that needs black mana. Okay. Well, we're going to play a Jace. And a Plains. Jace for chump blocking, although I imagine, yep, it's going to die. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is probably the game. It happens. This is variance in a nutshell. It's very rare that this does end up happening to us, though. That being that every single card takes black mana and we didn't draw a single one. In fact, we're kind of lucky that we even got a Prairie Stream. Because otherwise we'd be on a single colour when we're running 4 out of the 5 colours. But there you go. Yep, that was indeed shorter than the previous round. So let's go on for another match, shall we? Alright. We have 3 colours and Evolving Wilds to get a mountain for Nahiri so we can dump Omnath for Necromantic Summons the turn after. Yeah. It's not great against aggro strategies, but Evolving Wilds for a mountain. Most of the deck is not great for aggro. It's the bad matchup for us. Depends on how fast the aggro is. If it's like White Weenie or Red Dead Wins, then we don't stand a chance. But they're few and far between, so we've got plenty of good matchups to compensate. Evolving Wilds for our opponent goes for an island. Okay. Seems good to me. There's a Sunken Hollow. We'll play that. We have no turn 2 play, so we might as well play a tap land. Blue-red again. Alright. And passes. Ever After. And we have the double black for it now as well, which is nice. Play planes. Pass the turn. Next turn we get Nahiri down. Hopefully we're not playing it into a counterspell. Telling Time suggests to me that it is not mill, because that does not draw cards. It technically draws cards, but it doesn't say draw, so it doesn't trigger tutelage. I have seen them being run in... this might be Super Friends, actually. There's 4 colours right there. Well, we're probably going to get Nahiri down. It's too short not to try. Let's do it. Come on. Yeah. Oh. Really? Oh, it's Telling Time. I can't even remember what the 2-mana counters are. Horribly Awry does something. I can never remember. Nobody plays it anymore, so I've forgotten it. It has been wiped from my memory. And you got your Dispels, which obviously doesn't work, because that's for instants only. Metallic Rebuke, but he has got no artifacts, so that's not going to happen. Well, it looks like we're going to get an Omnath next turn, which is nice. Get that dumped. A Brilliant Spectrum is nice. Yeah, I'm going to have to read up again on the 2-mana counter spells, because I honestly can't remember them for the life of me. Needle Spires gets himself a clue. This is Super Friends. It's got it written all over it. Kiora. I'm tempted to use Necromantic Summons on a Noxious Gearhulk to get rid of his tracker instead, because we still have Ever After to grab back Omnath. And there's a good chance we draw into a land to get a 5/5 off of it anyway, treating it kind of like how we would a tireless tracker. It's card advantage anyway, so might as well. Plus, this way, if we're ticking that down... Ooh! Oh god, an Emeria Shepherd. We've actually got Nahiri up to -8 as well, so we can grab an Ulamog and hit him for 10, exiling 20 cards. But I think we'll wait on that with Nahiri so that we can keep her alive. Let's play an island. We'll go Necromantic Summons. Oh, he's had enough. Alright, this is enough for him then. Alright, I guess we'll just go with an Omnath. Screw it. So we can Brilliant Spectrum, most likely draw into lands. We've got... Oh, there's a Declaration in Stone. Why did you scoop to that then? You had the answer. That's why I should have gone with a Gearhulk, really. So Nahiri takes 4 here. I figured because he was scooping he didn't have answers. Well, there you go. I was wrong. He pre-scooped. What happens if we have nothing to do now? Well, at least we have We can exile the tracker if we want to. I'm going to Brilliant Spectrum first. So we're not doing anything with our hand, so I might as well see where we stand. Combustible Gearhulk and an Emeria Shepherd with a Plains in hand. Alright. We're off to a brilliant start next turn. So we can get an Emeria Shepherd back and a Gearhulk back with the Ever After. If he dumps things into our graveyard, then we can crack an Evolving Wilds to get a Plains, play a Prairie Stream to get a Plains, and get back whatever's there as well. So I think we're off to a great start. So I guess what I'm going to do, if I minus Nahiri, get rid of the Tireless Tracker, he loses his card advantage, but then he probably spends all turn doing Needle Spires to kill Nahiri. However, Emeria Shepherd can get back Nahiri, so I don't really care. Let's just get his threats off the board. Set ourselves up for a super turn. Pass the turn. See what you got. He has to have a land drop as well, and it seems as though he has no land drop. Or at the very least he's going for a Nahiri of his own. We have Anguish to make him for that. I've just thought we're a land short of our Ever Afters, so I'm actually going to have to crack this Evolving Wilds. Get a black source. Leave the white in the deck so that we could draw them. How did you know, game? How did you know? Right, Ever After. Get back Emeria Shepherd and Combustible Gearhulk. Select our opponent. They either let us draw 3 cards. They did. Okay, so what we do here is we discard Sorin, which gets us a Necromantic Summons. We play a Prairie Stream, getting back Sorin, and then we kill Nahiri probably. Because this does exile tapped artifact or tapped creature actually, so we can afford to plus Sorin first before we kill anything. We get Glacial Fortress, so it deals no damage. Discard Kiora, because we can get her back next turn. We can even get her back into hand with the Evolving Wilds. Crack it, get a Plains, get something else back. Gearhulk if he plays something like that. Tragic Arrogance, eh? Alright. Well, we've got Reanimate, so I don't care. But he puts a Gearhulk into the yard, as well as our Sorin. Ticks up. We can kill Nahiri with a swing from the Shepherd, grabbing Sorin. In fact, we could just cast Sorin off the Evolving Wilds. Crack it for a Plains, get the Gearhulk. Before we even cast Sorin, if the Gearhulk reveals anything nice, then we Ever After instead. So, grab Sorin. Yes. Crack the Evolving Wilds, get a Plains. One more left in the deck. Grab Combustible Gearhulk. Yes. Make our opponent choose whether or not to mill or let us draw 3. Let's just draw 3. Okay, in which case we Sorin. And we can take up Nahiri. Discard a Glacial Fortress for a Gaia's Revenge. Okay. Swing for 4 at Nahiri. And then -4 Sorin on Nahiri to take her out. And gain 4 life. Cool. Right, now it's time to win. Drop a Gaia's Revenge into the graveyard. And the piece of the puzzle, I guess. And the Grasp of Darkness, I guess. Keeping our Plains in hand because they are just reanimation targets. It's so nice to know a land drop is worth like 8 points. Oh no. As long as he hits the Gearhulk, we're fine. Good. Takes out our Gear Hulk. Doesn't have the mana to suit up his Needle Spires anymore. Plays a Graveblade Marauder. Alright. Our opponent doesn't have anything nice in their graveyard, do they? No. No, they do not. Drowned Cat Girl. And passes the turn. Okay. Emeria Shepherd. How many creatures have we got in the graveyard? 1, 2, and a Planeswalker as well. It's not going to give us too much benefit to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's funny. And I should have done it last episode because I know one of you guys pointed it out, but I didn't think it was that worth it to do it at the time, so I didn't. Alright, get Emeria Shepherd into the graveyard. Get her back with Necromantic Summons. Play a Prairie Stream, which lets us get Gaia's Revenge back and Noxious Gear Hulk back. Yes. Gear Hulk destroy the Marauder, gain us 4 life. Yes. And get the Gaia's Revenge. Take up Sorin. See if we can hurt our opponent. 4-2, nice. And then Nile, although it's a bit late now, could have protected us against Declaration in Stone. And also maybe let us choose what we want to keep with the Tragic Arrogance in that situation as well. Right, let's just swing in, I guess. 4-12. We win next turn. Yeah, definitely going to get Isley down here. It's Death Touching blocker, but it'll also allow us to sack our Emeria Shepherds if they try to remove them. Which we can then Necromantic Summons and then bring back everything again. So, we've got answers to his answers. Fiery Temper, is that for the Isley? It is. Alright, maybe not then. Not much we can do in that particular situation. Pretty sure he's going to need a lot more than a Declaration in Stone though, and a Liliana is not that. So we've got 10 power in the air. And we can take down his ground blockers as well. Alright, end step, sack a clue. Prized Amalgam, eh? And Baby Jace. Alright, let's just close this game out, I think. There's nothing particularly useful in the graveyard. Nope. Swing in. With everything. And that's going to be game. Yep, that was a bit of an awkward win. I probably made a misplay somewhere along the line. If it's usually awkward, that's usually the case. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. So if you did enjoy the content, then be sure to leave a like. It helps me out a great deal. It lets me know you're enjoying this series. As always, be sure to subscribe for some more Magic Duels content in the future. And hit the little bell icon as well to be notified when I release new videos. Alright, guys, I will see you tomorrow for the third and final video. See you in a bit.